Hey everyone, this is Systemshark with WCReplays.com, bringing to you another audio commentary, copyrighted 2009 WCReplays.com, so don't go stealing it. Guys, I got a special treat for you tonight. I've actually been in the beta for League of Legends for quite a while now. One of the faithful members of WCR heard I was interested in getting in the beta and was able to give me a key, and he gave it to me a few months ago. So I've been playing it for quite a while now. Actually, it's been distracting me quite a bit from my Warcraft 3 commentating duties. I said duty, that's right. So I wanted to talk a little bit about League of Legends in this commentary, and the reason I'm doing this is because recently they loosened the non-disclosure agreement for beta testers so that we could talk a little bit about the game, some of the details about playing it. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to include pictures or video from the game, so this is going to be more of just an audio portion for you guys. I'm not going to have any visuals for you, but hopefully I can describe what's going on clear enough and give you guys some insight into this game. Basically, this game is just like Defense of the Ancients, the DotA mod for WC3. This is actually where it was spawned from that. In fact, some of the original creators of DotA, including Pendragon, Ginsos, and a few of the others, actually went to this gaming company called Riot. Riot Games is the one who's making League of Legends, and they are helping produce the game in some way or another. Pendragon is a director of community relations, but I'm sure they rely on him a lot for his insight from Dota. And there's a lot of people from Dota involved in League of Legends. Now, the other game you might have heard of that's kind of League of Legends competition, I guess, is Heroes of Newerth. We recently gave away 500 beta keys to Heroes of Newerth, and as far as I can tell from having my ear to the ground on the community of a few different gaming communities, Heroes of Newerth is definitely getting a lot more play and it's a lot more, appreciated by the fan base right now. But personally, me, on my level of whatever that means to any of you guys, I think League of Legends is a better game. It actually appeals to me as for graphics-wise, so that was a big thing for me, obviously. A lot of people base their initial opinions on the game just on graphics alone, and League of Legends is more cartoony style than Heroes of Newerth. Heroes of Newerth is a little bit darker, and the big reason why I like League of Legends more than Heroes of Newerth is kind of the genre-changing elements they're trying to add into the game. They're trying to add to the Dota-type game style by giving different features. I guess I've been rambling on a little bit too much, and I wanted to have some more focus before I started commentating on this, but I guess I'm just going to have to go with what how I'm rolling with it now for now, and we'll see how it turns out later. If it turns out it's not a very good commentary, maybe I'll redo it later. I know Mr. Cygnus is also playing this. I gave him a beta key for this a little while ago, so he's probably going to be more entertaining to listen to as far as someone giving you guys some funny jokes and stuff along the way. I'm going to try to be a little bit more informative, just pretty much reading the screen or trying to be very descriptive in what I'm looking at. One of the things that League of Legends bases its differences from other similar game types is its summoner system. Basically, this is a way of keeping track of your wins and losses and leaves and things like that in the game. And you're log in to an account, which is basically your summoner. So you're this guy, this summoner, who gets to control a bunch of champions. Basically, it's just consider it like your Battle.net account. And then the champions are like heroes in Dota. So there's currently 35 heroes, or they call them champions here in League of Legends that are in the game. And they range anywhere from tank classes to agility and nukers, very much similar to how Defense of the Ancient is. In fact, some of the abilities are very, very similar to a lot of the abilities that you'll find in Defense of the Ancients. However, they're not like Heroes of Newerth, and where they're pretty much exact copies down to the mechanics. These are actually, it's a new game and completely new heroes that don't even some of them have abilities that are so mixed they don't represent anybody in Dota. There's also a system they unveiled within the past few months called the rune system, and this is something that when the game gets launched, I imagine is going to be more of something that you can earn, or I know that because the game is going to be free at launch, although you can buy a pre-order for $30 and get some bonuses, the game is going to be free, so you don't even have to pay to play it. However, there's going to be all these little mini transactions. A lot of game companies are following this path to try to make money. It's not a subscription service, but a lot of these mini transactions will probably better your summoner in one way or another. I imagine you might be able to buy some runes. They have not said anything about that, but that's just me speculating. You might be able to buy different champion skins, specialty things like that. the runes. Let's go back to the rune system. It's basically a way to make worth of your gameplay. As you progress through the game, you'll be able to access different runes, and there's 4 different rune types. There is the marks, the seals, the glyphs, and quintessence. I'm probably not saying quintessence right. I'll have to look up the pronunciation for that later. Marks are the red-colored runes, and they are primarily for attack damage type things, critical strike, and pure attack damage, attack speed. A lot of those you get bonuses here. The seals are more of the armor type. They are yellow, and they do better for armor values and vitality. A lot of your hit points, you can find specialty runes for those, and those get special bonuses because they're a seal. You get a higher rate of the health or the armor. The third one is glyphs, and they are the blue-colored runes in this game. Those are going to be primarily towards your ability power, which is kind of like your, if you're a caster, it's like spell power. Things that increase the damage you deal with spells or certain abilities. Also helps with mana regen and things like that. So those are the 3 main sets of runes. And in each rune page right now, you can have 9 individual runes, any combination of each type. So you can have 9 marks, 9 seals, and 9 glyphs. The last rune type there's 3 of these in each page, and in each page is basically like a save slot for what you're going to use in any given game. So let's go back. The 3 quintessence are the bigger runes, and there's some runes that are just it's usually a bigger bonus. It's about 1.5%, I think, or times whatever a normal stat would be. So if you were to get like an attack damage, just one little rune out of those 9 runes I was talking about earlier, it would be a lot less in one of those runes than it would be in one of the quintessences. There's also some unique stats that you can only increase the quintessence, including movement speed is one of them. You can increase the amount of gold you get per, I think it's per minute or per second, or per 10 seconds per any given time. There's specialty things like that you can do with your quintessence. So basically what the rune system does is allow users or allow players to really customize their bonuses that they're getting throughout the game depending on what heroes they want to play. For instance, if I wanted to play an agility hero, similar, they have a hero, we'll just call her, I can say her name, it's Ash, and she's basically the drow type hero of the game. She's got some abilities very similar to what the drow in Defense of the Ancient is like. She's got like a frost arrows ability. It's called Frost Shot. She's got a volley, which is like a split shot, kind of like the Gorgon used to have. And it also puts a frost arrow effect on those arrows. Excuse me. She also has a plentiful bounty, which is every time she kills a unit, she gets some extra gold. And her ultimate is an enchanted crystal arrow. It says it fires a missile at any point on the map. If the arrow encounters a champion, it deals damage and stuns nearby, or deals damage him and nearby enemies. The main unit is stunned, and surrounded units are slowed for up to 4.5 seconds. So it's very similar to how the mechanic of maybe the shot of the Priestess of the Moon is in Dota. It fires a long distance, and how far the bonuses that you get from that is based on how far the arrow has traveled. So it's pretty much like the Priestess of the Moon's arrow ability that she's got in this game. So that's the Ashe, and she's a very, very popular hero. She's one of the most popular heroes to play in the game. I generally see her in almost every game that I've played. I don't play her that much, but I play against her or have her on my team very often. As far as her statistics, her health is very low. It's considered weak in regard to the other champions. Her attack, however, is strong, very strong considered to the other champions. Her spell level is about average, and her difficulty, I guess it's challenging as how to play, learn, and master is how they're describing that. They consider that weak as well, although it's higher than her health. She's considered a stunner with her frost ability. Her ultimate has a stun. A farmer with her split shot. An assassin because she's pretty good at ganking and helping with the supports. She's ranged. Obviously, she fires a bow and arrow. Her slow with her frost shots, and a carry because in the late game, the better items and things like that she has, she can become more and more powerful, and she kind of scales really well late game. She's a very, very powerful hero, and you see her a lot. Back to the runes, considering Ashe, the hero we've just been speaking about, it might be beneficial, and I've seen a lot of people do this, is max out all their rune sets, all the glyphs, all the marks, and all the seals, and even the quintessence in critical damage. It increases the amount of damage you deal when you crit. I think the max you can do with maxing out all your runes currently in beta is 55% more damage. However, that comes at a sacrifice because